All right. Oh, what was I supposed to do here? Weapons from the void? No, I gotta go to Monarch for that. I'm on Monarch. Way over there. Okay, so not even close. See, find sweetheart cakes. Rizzo's facility in Cassidia. So I'm in Stellar Bay, so we need to get it. Purchase a dustback casserole. Check Fallbrook. Alright. Different region. Oh, right back where I was. But at least I can teleport back. That's fine. We'll do it later on the way out. Return to speak with her once you have access to Stellar Bay. Gladys potentially say a nav key. Oh, I guess so I could teleport there. Whatever. All right, so I go there. Wait, since we're here. Wait, what? Oh. This is interesting.
Help! Someone's been killed! I think I'm gonna be sick. No! I just stepped in a dead man's blood. And I think one of the flies landed on my mouth.
Just protein?
If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is.
Well, I'm definitely going to the lower one on the right.
Excuse me. I need to go contemplate a hot shower.
You sure you weren't the one that whacked him?
Got any news from the rest of Halcyon?
Oh, sorry. Just spooked me, was all.
Not much I can do for this guy.
Dude, he got like butchered. Wait, anybody here? You guys get
No
go right
problem.
there. This betting slip is increasing. Team called Mostly Colonists. It's from the left field toss ball betting. Several rugged outfits, same color, stuffed in a suitcase. Guess there's the two clues. Investigate the left field toss ball betting. All right. We got ourselves a
Be right
first-rate murder mystery here. Wait, how is it that I have... What? Oh. Resident. Something foul is leaking in the apartment upstairs. I don't know if Celia's keeping it. I hear about it. Can you please the window shut? No after hours. Where there are sensitive nerves and hear your voice. Wow. Oh, hear the door. Damn. Man, you guys are like petty. Jesus. Man, y'all quit stomping around. Trying to steal stuff here. She dead. No. She just sick. I know they were complaining about upstairs.
Whatever you do, don't mention Tossball to Isaac. You'll never hear the end of it.
You know, I haven't seen him in a while.
If you'd gotten stuck in an hour-long rant about mostly colonists, you'd be thankful.
Sure.
Come on, man. If we're gonna steal stuff, you guys gotta get out of the way.
Coming.
Another dead one. This is weird. Inferno Scythe. Well, that looks cool. Burn. Well, we'll just have to keep that. 204 damage. This is 153, but I can fire faster with it. We'll hold on to that. Oh god. Doing a creepy deek. Stay out of my things. Dropping a care package off the ruins. Be back soon. Dropping a care package off of Mathers. In the old ruins. Yep. Damn it. Oh my god, that was lucky. I picked it up by habit. Oh, got ourselves a bar. I have no junk to sell. Extendo sight. Really slow. I think I'm going to sell it.
You don't look like Sublight. Must be...
Watch your step if you...
Man, you guys are like bitter.
Must be freelance.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. I just about pissed my jumpsuit. Most people don't. Besides, this place is enough to try anyone's nerves.
Leave.
Where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs? Or perhaps the rap spewing acid at our walls? The board was right. This place isn't fit for human habitation, and I was a fool for staying. That was a real popular meal 10, 20 years back, before the board tucked tail and ran. These days, everybody's had a belly full of salt tuna. They all want borscht, and the mushrooms, well, not many venture out of town, what with the monsters hereabouts. I can whip one up for you, but it'll cost. Here's a menu.
Oh, yikes. I can't cover this much, Captain.
3,000 bits? 55? Man, okay.
Sure, just let me know. Sanjar, of course. He had all these glorious ideas about how he'd run Monarch. Rest periods between every work shift. No shift more than 10 hours long. It all sounds wonderful, until you realize there's only a few centimeters of repurposed steel between you and the deadliest creatures in the galaxy.
Deadliest creatures in the galaxy.
That's what she said.
It basically said, you know, it sounds like you want a few more centimeters, and the other one said that's what she said. Touche.
Only every day. But in case you haven't noticed, we don't exactly get ships on a regular basis, yours notwithstanding. And even if I did scrape together enough to buy passage out with sublight, which would mean reaching Fallbrook without getting eaten, shot, or dissolved into green goop, what then?
You forgot stabbed?
Nothing. That's what. Because MSI is not in what you'd call good standing with the board. So even if I could get out of here, no one's gonna hire me. Even talking about it has my blood pressure up. I've really gotta stop. Lucky you.
Yeah, man, you're a bitch. Jeez, man. I have 800 credits. Ugh. Okay, and what's my... Okay, so... My intimidating... I need to be a little higher than that. Damn, so... We gotta go and steal some stuff. Sell it. I don't really use this stuff, so why don't I just go sell it all and just start stealing again.
I'm trying to talk Liz out of spending $95 on some more planner.
Does she need more planner shit? Well, I guess.
I didn't need any more planner. The answer is always.
I gotcha.
Also, I said our trip is
Just a couple of weeks away.
not this coming weekend, but the weekend after.
Okay.
She was like, "Oh, is it that close?" And I was like, "Yes."
Oh boy. Alright, we'll keep the rest. We'll wait. I'll sell half of these. I need those. 92. Oh, that's my healing. Wow. Okay. So we're halfway there. I'm sure we'll find a bunch more crap. What is this? Oh, that's the building we were in. That's the murder mystery. Murder most foul. Investigate. Alright, well, let's go investigate. Why you guys so salty?
Fresh blood at last. Stellar Bay could use some.
Hmm.
If Velma's capable of running the warehouse, she can certainly pick up her own caffeinoid.
Don't be so hard on her. With Brax missing, she's working doubles and needs a little edge.
Very well, dearie. But you stop by anytime you like.
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind.
Giggity.
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet...
Quite the bedside manner, lady.
Well, it's so rare I get the pleasure. What can Auntie have? She works over at the fishery next door. Quite the hard worker, but she's got a bit of a temper. Why, just the other day, I heard her shouting from here. I can't imagine what set her off. Oh, but here I go again, running my mouth when it's none of my business. Was there something else you needed?
You're a gossip. Cluckety cluck cluck.
Yes, indeed. Someone's got to keep Stellar Bay's people healthy and energized.
Creepy.
Oh, but I am. I get to see plenty of my neighbors here, and I do dearly love a little gossip.
Mm-hmm. We kind of figured that one out quick, lady. You need to leave so I can rob you blind. Yeah, that's the pooper. Turbo 60 medical stairs, blah 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 blah. Okay. Unlocking cartoon tools. If you've forgotten your assigned login, please report to supervisor. Create a new account requires a persistent connection to the central communications tower. So I gotta redo that, then come back. Okay. I'm talking about. What am I supposed to investigate here? The bookie. Victim in a betting slip. Perhaps someone knows what happened to him.
Ooh, you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on all the latest tossball games. So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial H Mammoths. I'd heard they'd gotten a new hacker. Is that why everyone's making such a fuss about you? But what are you doing on Monarch? Ha! Maybe we're not so isolated as I thought. So, what can I do for you? Poor Isaac. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him in a few days. I'd really like to help. Isaac was a sweet fellow, even if he did have terrible teeth.
Low-key shade, love it.
I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his buddies pushing Isaac around. They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the warehouse, and spend the rest of their stay getting rowdy over tossball games. They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. They're not allowed in the bar anymore. I bet you anything Isaac ran into trouble with one of them. Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook bullies, but there's not much he can do.
But there's a lot I can do. I need you to stare at those screens while I steal from you. Magnifique. So far, the only thing I really used is ammo. I haven't used any of the... Just the communications tower? What is this place? Oh, prepare to get tossed. Why would I want to come up here? This doesn't make any sense. Oh. The carbine. Okay, still. Oh, that's why you want to come over here. Jump up, get around, jump around.
Jump around. Jump around. Jump up to down.
Something like that, yeah.
Jump around.
Where am I going? New lines of blah blah blah. Then make deliveries behind alleyway behind the yacht club.
Around. Jump around.
Velma seem out of sorts to
Jump
you?
on up to get down.
She's always cranky.
%38? Oh my. You know what? Just prepare it all. Good God.
No, I mean more than usual.
Good God.
Wouldn't know. I made it a point to stay out of her way.
I'll keep it down.
What is it good for?
Hey, I saw that!
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Run. I'm running. I'm running. You didn't see anything. You catch me first, punk. Well, that pissed him off. Guess I shouldn't have done that. Why is there so many explosive barrels here? Really? Wait, how did it get updated? Meal Blues make deliveries behind the bay and the warehouse. They spend the rest of the time. Okay. You found a bloody tossball stick with a tooth embedded in it. Oh boy. So I found the murder weapon, basically. What is it? It's to the Bay Ruins. Doug kit. Alright, so did I get any negative points because they didn't catch me? High class, Monarch, Silver Eye. That's a negative. Anti-Cleo. Revering. Oh, wow. The Zers are pissed off at me. He's friendly. Okay. Revering Groundbreakers. Oh. Oh, that did get one. Damn. Okay, whatever. Oh, the de-aggroed.
Wouldn't mind smelling like salt tuna if you could.
Gotta catch me first, punks.
Here you go. You know, you might consider a real nice...
Anybody here? No? Okay, good. I'm about to get robbed. Nine, 14. We'll hold on to that.
If you want to talk to the boss, she's in the back of the warehouse.
Oh, I guess they still aggroed on me. Oh man. Deal, Mr. Ouch. Maybe I should just let him catch me just so I can. Mash random keys. Can't catch me. Oh, Nikes, you can't catch me. Shit. Alright, fine, it's on. Oh, reload. That's the dude you need to talk to. Oh, did I just fail something? I guess I did. Oh well. We're on a rampage. Rampage. What happens if I just keep going to rampage? What? Who comes after me?
No, leave me.
Take him! Get in their face!
I'm surprised they're even allowing this to happen.
Gotta hurt.
Okay, let's stop. Let's go back. Straight up murdered the town.
That'd be for me.
Let's see, you found a bloody thought and Elijah's name on it.
Oh, it does work. I bought some musk from Sebastian to cover up the saltiness. Trust me.
We're not the best equipped, but scouting for rats keeps us on our toes.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
On the advance to the others, sir.
Man, I straight up ripped you fools. Fishery output was up 15%. Alright. Working slogans.
Here to do business with Sanjar? Here to do business with Sanjar?
I hope your being here means the board is loosening their restrictions.
Well, new business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me. Celia, will you make a note of that for my self-review? Very generous.
Noted.
But not so generous I can't drive a good bargain. Now, who sent you? Rizzo's, perhaps? Or Auntie Cleo herself? Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate. But if you're here for him, I suppose that means you aren't here for Saltuna. Now, there's no need to humor me. I'm used to this particular letdown.
Seems like you're having a rough time, Mr. Sanjar. Are you doing quite all right?
Oh, don't worry on my account. This is merely the latest in a long line of professional erotic and athletic disappointments. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board. Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious. Yes, freedom is a tempting ideal, but a rather costly paramour.
Indeed. Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
Ingenious plan? Don't get me wrong, I'm starting to admire your sand, but I bet you could overcomplicate a sisty sandwich.
What a charmingly roguish turn of phrase. Allow me to express my thanks at your confidence and assure you that my plan is indeed sufficiently complicated.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time to take matters into our own hands.
Just Lee knows what's going on.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
And a Mantisaur problem, and a Marauder problem.
Many, many problems, but they can all be solved with a Bolt 52 cartridge.
Amen to that.
What we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
Oh, yes. I'm going to be up all night with this. All those blanks waiting to be filled, boxes waiting to be ticked.
I guess I found it somewhere.
Control yourself, sir.
Have you any idea how powerful this is? Corporations have been toppled with less. What a question! Bureaucratic micromanagement is the only way anything gets done in Halcyon, and proper documentation is a key part of that. For our part, a bill of liquidation/transfer Form 52 will protect our holdings on Monarch by temporarily assigning them to a pass-through entity once we drop our bomb on the board.
Yes, finally the board gets her comeuppance. Spare me the details.
Sort of. Really, we're just going to blackmail them into offering us a seat at the table.
But really, whatever gets you excited about the idea, it's definitely a firm middle finger.
That's what I like to hear. I have reason to believe that one of the other corporations is operating on Monarch, illegally and in secret.
Really? Most of the time they do illegal stuff out in the open. Cheaper that way.
If we can find proof, I can use that as leverage to encourage certain powers that be to accept our Bolt 52 and reinstate us on the board. You really think so?
Don't encourage him.
I admit, I've been hatching this scheme for quite some time. I just needed someone capable to help me carry it out. If someone is operating here, then Catherine's almost certainly supplying them out of Fallbrook. Perhaps she could be convinced to tell you where they are. Oh, I imagine you do. But as much as I love your can-do attitude and dangerous gravitas, Catherine handles all of our shipments. So it would be best if you could leave her in one piece. Is that how you people put it? Once you, subtly work out where this corporate facility might be, bring back proof of its operation. Maybe some nice letterhead. Or someone working there. That would do it.
Kidnap the staff.
A foolproof plan if I ever heard one. I'll leave the execution to you. This has been my albatross, the great shame of my career. I give MSI everything. My work, my youth, my left kidney, and for years, I was a joke to them. One of the executives required a transplant.
He's lucky they didn't want a liver or a heart.
I thought volunteering to donate might improve my prospects. Apparently not. In charge of a scrap heap of a city, abandoned by the board and surviving only through the hypocrisy of our trading partners. I hadn't thought of it that way. But perhaps there's something to that. Thank you for that. Was there something else?
Yeah, give me something for free.
Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes. I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws. Not intentionally, though that's technically true. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2. But back then, it was known as Terra 1. As you may have noticed, this planet has more than its share of hazards. And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out. MSI's leadership at the time certainly thought so, but there were others of us who saw an opportunity. The chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up. It's humane, but it's also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out.
I hope you'd treat them nice, whether it was good business or not, Mr. Sanjar. That's what being a community means. Treating people right, because it's the right thing to do.
Like that's what you saw in Edgewater? Come on. People look out for themselves.
A noble thought, Miss Holcomb. Unfortunately, noble thoughts rarely sway board policy. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms. No, they laughed in our faces and insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2, along with everyone else. Yes, some of us stayed behind, and as the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI.
Must have pissed off some real big suits to get stuck with that.
On the contrary, I wrote lots of very important reports on behalf of top MSI officials before I was able to achieve this position. I moved forward with our planned reforms, as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages. I don't think I realized how far they'd stoop. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws. I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently. Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
If you can't beat him, might as well join him and reach into their pockets.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial... I'm not a man. If membership on the board can ease our hardships... Besides, I'm hopeful that...
Alright, I got it.
Oh, believe me, my hope is to maintain the... What can I do for you?
What are the chances of all the times and places we could have been born?
Yeah.
We're here, light years from Earth, going about our lives.
Every time the punch clock peals, a worker earns his meals.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I thought you were...
Wrapped musk and canid eyes, right here. Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in raptidon tongue? Or maybe some... You look like a woman who's looking for some most... I don't know. Celia usually buys whatever I have.
Mr. Pickett? Franklin Pickett from Edgewater?
That's him. He'd been here years, but he always talked about going back to Edgewater one day.
Sure. Mr. Pickett used to run the community center outside Edgewater. He had this grand idea to make it a museum for halcyon life. As my dad told it, Mr. Pickett was always going on about getting a manta queen for the last display. He left the Vale, gosh, years ago.
He came to Stellar Bay years ago, just before the board cut us off. Ended up stuck here. He was always real interested in our monsters. Manta queens, especially. Sure, they're real big. Hard to miss them. Well, I could send you to the same place I sent Mr. Pickett. But I haven't seen him in a few weeks. To tell true, I'm starting to get a bit worried about him.
Captain, can we look for him? I'd feel awful if somebody from home was in trouble and we didn't do nothing.
Tell you what, I'll tell you where I sent Mr. Pickett if you promise to look for him. Help him out if he's got himself in trouble. Fair deal? All right then. Leave town through the southern gate, the one right here, and head past the abandoned ruins. Last Mana Queen I saw was in the wilds out that-a-ways.
I just saw a shitload of them. Get here. What are you talking about?
Too. Yeah, you find him yet? Oh, good. Celia hasn't come by in a few days, so I haven't sold much.
Ma'am, please, I need your help. Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't a... Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself...
It's more dissolving than melting.
That is not... Oh, I just knew you were a good person. Agnes, I
Yeah,
he
get to
ran
the
out
point.
into the wilderness a few days ago.
Talk yourself for pools.
Oh, law, Captain. A youngster won't last long in a place like this. Please, can't we help?
Please, won't you? Think you look for him. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouths. Tell them what I think of them luring little...
Did I kill them?
I can take a hint.
Hey, you!
They're on us.
Attacking! Everyone all right?
Shit. You're a bunter and gang, and they're getting all no, whatever. Silly rules. Oh God. Okay, wow. So, way back.
Thank you again for retrieving the book. Anyway?
We're going to the yacht club.
Well, well. Isn't... Enjoy. If you plan on sitting through Nyoka's stories, you might could use a few. Now what can I do for you? Anyone who spends any amount of... And I don't mean... Anyone who's rid us of as many beasts as you have is entitled to a few drinks. Something else I can do for you?
Where the hell did you just look? Her?
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood. So it's getting so I can't tell. Don't interrupt, it's rude. But I gotta get in there. Get right in that baby wraps. Shit, I don't know what. Right. What are you staring? Wait. Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here. Nice change of pace. Outstanding. What are you doing? Well. I'm headed back out. Outstanding. Our dispensary here maintains. I'm cut off for the month on account of needing. That's quitter talk.
Wrapped mask and... Hello, stranger. I don't...
Mr. Pickett.
That's... Tell you what. Last man of Queen I... Yeah. Huh?
Please, will some... Oh, that is... Please. You...
God. Wow. All that just to get to here because I picked up a flamethrower and got all these get all salty.
Who the fuck are you? This ain't your alley.
The fuck are you?
Thug. Elijah. Thug.
Huh?
Hey, what are you doing here? This is our secret alley.
What's so secret, eh?
We're
Asshole?
already pissed by those crates to market.
Gross.
Listen, that purple-toothed twerp had it coming. Not that anyone has proof. And not that it's any of your business.
Damn it. This is gonna all catch up with you, Elijah.
How? That was supposed to go out with the next batch of salt tuna. What are you suggesting, pal?
Super douche.
Wow. Most of the pencil pushers around here cave as soon as you look at them funny. Fine, we're going. This ain't worth it.
Okay.
Fun.
So much for pissing by the crates, huh? Really gross. Okay, so what are we gonna do here? Go talk to Sandjar. Sandjar. See, I can't steal any more stuff over here. You guys are in the way.
A fine day for... Anyway. But that's terrible. What happened? I'm glad to hear you've dealt with them. They've been causing quite a bit of trouble around town. I've been consumed with other matters of late, but I would have dealt...
No, you wouldn't have.
Of course I would have. Still, your intervention in the matter is much appreciated. Please consider this payment for your services.
Already sent those fools, didn't you?
Nice thing about traveling with the captain, we meet all sorts of new people.
Sure. Best part is when they pay us.
We never really had new folks in Edgewater, except the captain. Kinda hard to make new friends when everyone's already decided they don't like you.
Could be a favor in disguise. A lot of people out here ain't that nice.
Ain't that the truth? Oh, this place the dude got murdered. Yeah, where the hell is this place? There it is. Wow. This dude.
Hello again, dearie. And what a helpful young lady.
Whiskey helps, too.
Please leave. Now, dearie, who... I'm so sorry, but with the iconoclasts and the marauder filth chasing away what little trade we get, I'm afraid I have to reserve my supply for Stellar Bay residents. Our reserves have gotten so low, I've even had to start locking the supply room upstairs. Isn't it a shame what some people will do to get a little extra?
Extra?
Oh, hell.
Except for you. I can tell. You've got one of those. Hey, I'd make an exception for you if I could, my little cherub. Is there anyone else needing a
Don't blame me if I puke on your shoes.
Aren't you a saucy thing? I may not be a fresh young thing anymore, but With age comes experience, dearie.
Giggity.
Much as I'd love to, my rheumatism is especially fierce. But I'd hate to send you away empty-handed. You were here for caffeinoid. Now, there's no keeping secrets. Also, I really do have to enter someone's name for the...
Really? I gotta say that 3...
Indeed. Now, how about you tell Auntie who this... Oh. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MS. Now I've gone and said too much. And you know... Dr. Williams managed the... Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a... And to keep an extra key to the supply room, for all the times Dr. Williams misplaced his. The one upstairs, where we store our medicines. In the town graveyard, I'm afraid. Poor man was all... The graveyard's near the southern ruins. Do be careful. I'd hate for anything to happen to you.
Searching for Dr. Williams' body. He's dead.
Chin off.
Okay. So, apparently we gotta go outside of town, huh? Okay, so we gotta go outside of town for that. Call class, Amber Heights settlement. That's outside of town. Oh, it's passion pills. That's way the frick down there. Errors unseen. Also way the frick down there. Don't bite. Well, I need 3,000. Oh, I got enough of that. Let's go. I guess let's go and buy that crap real quick.
I hear those rich people in Byzantium pay a handsome bit for ratting us. Supposedly, it makes you more attractive for, you know.
Trust me, no one's going near you.
If you got the bits, check the menu for the latest prices. Inflation's... You got it. I got all the ingredients. Should only take about an hour in the oven. There we are. Now, if you don't mind, I really need to take a leak.
My belly's gurgling just to smell it, Mr. Raymond. Thank you so much.
A pleasure to help such a charming young lady.
Oh, gosh. My Tom's rumbling just smelling that casserole.
All right.